Hey guys, welcome back to Aviassembly, and welcome back to a build that we're gonna do today. This thing right here is the cockpit of a DC-4, maybe a DC-5, maybe a DC-6. It's a cockpit, anyway. We're gonna turn this thing into a VTOL, but with 4 propellers. It's gonna be kind of interesting. Hopefully it'll look kind of cool. So let's just go ahead and get to building. Okay, so the way I see it, we're going to go ahead and add a fuselage to this that goes backwards from here. What we're going to do, though, is make it slightly squared as we go backwards so that we can carry more stuff. There we go. So have a big old fuselage like this. We'll go ahead and bring this guy out to, like, the same place. I think that's right. Not sure. And then we'll shove this guy on at the end, bring it backwards a bunch, and squidge it down. Yes, there we go. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and shove this here, shove it up there, and that looks pretty good to me. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to do was actually have the engines be mounted on sticks. That's the only way I can really put it. Mount the engines on sticks. So let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna make this guy skinny and small, make it one bigger, and shove it in the side just like so. All right, from there we can bring it outwards as much as we want and send it to the moon. All right, here we go. Bring it upwards. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Mirror it to the other side. Oh, it won't let me. No! I hate when things like this happen. All right, shove that back on there. That actually looks fine. Yes. All right, from there we're going to go and add this guy, which is going to be moved upwards. However, we're going to do this first. Oh, you know what? It's not going to be moved upwards. We're going to shove this on. I'll bring it back to be tiny. And then I want to angle it over. Yep, just like this. There we go. From there, we can grab this piece and we can just shove it in like so. And that is where the engines are going to be mounted. All right, so because it's going to be a VTOL, we need to have a rotation joint on here. Unfortunately, we can't make these any smaller, so that's just how big it's going to be. Which is kind of annoying. A little bit annoying. But what I want to do is attach a piece onto there. Unfortunately, it's kind of tricky to do because it keeps wanting to mount to the other piece. I don't know how to do this. Maybe no snapping? Yeah, there we go. No snapping has totally worked. Okay, so we're essentially going to shove this guy over the rotation joint because I think that will look cooler. I then want to attach these engines, because this is what I want to be using, to that, but no snapping is on. So let's turn that back on, shove this on the front. That looks really weird. It looks really weird. Let's make the back of this a little bit smaller. We'll chuck this guy on the back as well, make that even tinier, and that's how they're going to be. Interesting. All right, so if we turn off mirroring, we grab this guy, and we bring it backwards? I think we can shove it in here, around there, and it be fine. I could be completely wrong with this. All right, okay. I am slightly wrong with this. Move it inwards. There we go. Is it about the right height? Kind of, actually. That's kind of the right height. That's awesome. So now we turn mirroring back on. We grab this guy. Awesome. And then we need to grab this guy and trick it back on there as well. That looks really, really cool. However, I do think these guys are a little bit too far forward. So I'm going to do this. There we go. Oh, that looks sick. Okay, so I want wings on this thing, but I don't want the wings to be too crazy. So we're adding these big tail fins onto here, which should look decent enough and actually fit really well. So shove those on there. Send it inwards. There we go. And that looks really cool. We're going to do it on the front ones as well because, you know, reasons. So let's go ahead and do that next. And hopefully we can make this look nice. All right, it's kind of the right angle already. So if we send it in, I think that will be awesome. Yes. Okay. Oh, this is such a crazy creation already. From there, we're actually going to add big tail fins to the back end. Just like so. And I think we'll leave them like that. Okay, so where does the landing gear on something like this actually go? Well, I think we're gonna just make something on the side where the landing gear can be fit into. And I think that'll be fine. Unfortunately, this is sticking out the bottom on both the front and the back. But they're sticking out the same, so that's actually fine. Okay, push this in. There we go. We'll make it like 2 smaller. There we go. Same with this guy. 1, 2. Excellent. And then I think we'll just have it go all the way along the side. Yeah, why not? Why not? There we go. Shove this guy in the back. Make it really tiny and shove it in. Like this. There we go. And then do the same at the front, which I do think is going to go even further. There we go. Make it tiny. Shove it in. Nope. Shove it in. There we go. Awesome. I might have built something absolutely ridiculous in terms of where the landing gear is. Look at that. It is huge landing gear. We're never going to have anything that troubles the landing gear. Are we going to be able to take... Whoa, 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 whoa. I was about to say, are we going to be able to take off with this? And the answer is maybe? I don't think we got enough power. We're trying. It is literally... It's trying so hard to get in the sky. But it just can't really do it. Yikes, I thought these engines were a little bit more powerful than this. Okay, well, it can slowly do it. We are still ascending just a little bit. Obviously, we are using fuel to get in the air. Unfortunately for us, that's actually a really bad thing, because we don't really have wings for forward momentum either. So there's no way this gets more efficient, which is unfortunate, actually. So I think what we're going to do then is probably... Oh, unless... No, we are falling out the sky, look. See how we're still falling? We're still falling. Yikes! Yeah, we might have to shove a jet engine on the back of these. Here we go. We got jet engines mounted to the back of the actual engines. So now, taking off is easy. Yes, there we go. And now we are flying. Landing gear up. Whoa! Throttle up a bit more. Yes! Whoa! She's a beauty! Yeah, this actually looks pretty cool. Now, a lot of you guys have been saying maybe you should build like a water-launched aeroplane or whatever, but unfortunately that isn't a thing in this game. However, I think if we bring it up to the developer, maybe we can start making water planes. That would be really, really cool. And I think a water delivery would be awesome. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of that. And also, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this. I think this is a really cool looking aircraft. I actually really like it. Let's go ahead and turn ourselves back around, see where where our base is. I don't know how far away we went. We went quite far away. Alright, let's go ahead and try and fly back over. Landing gear down. Unfortunately, we're not like super balanced with this thing, but that's fine. Also, the landing gear could definitely do with being a little bit further out, but it is what it is. So, we're going to throttle all the way back. We're going to come in, and we're going to land. We're going to park ourselves in one of the hangars. Here we go. So, we're falling out the sky. Slowly. We're not running out of fuel, which is nice, actually. But yeah, let's go ahead and land ourselves. Oh, there we go. Now we're running out of fuel. We're going to land in hangar 32. Oh, they're all hangar 32. That's interesting. Whoa, we fell over. How do we lift ourselves back up? Just like this. That's not amazing. That is not amazing. But yeah, it's a really cool aircraft. It's really cool. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.